talked about YouTube here, probably third or fourth time. Maybe we have done training before, and so this training is gonna be for people that are already advertising in YouTube. So I'm just curious. There's quite a bit of over 1,000 people here on my screen. This is 1,001. So I'm just curious. Comment in the chat if you're advertising in YouTube already. Just comment yes. If not, just say maybe not yet. And getting to it. Awesome. Just want to kind of get a survey. There's quite a bit of people that are advertising. Yes. Awesome. Great. So I'm not at the moment. Perfect. So if you're not advertising yet, again, go back to this. Some of this may not make sense right now, but when you come back, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. So we're gonna start with this. The topic is how to achieve efficient advertising, and I want to quote our business partners Roger and Renee. I think they quoted this: test, and do not rest. Advertising is all about really testing, and and we're going to talk about what that means. But I was just on a recent coaches mastermind, and I was sharing this. And often when you do on a coaching call, people always ask you, oh, when's it, when is the earliest I can make money? I get my return on investment. I always talk to people that you need to have a career mindset. This is a shift in a career. And I always talk about, and this is kind of industry standard, the 1-3-5-7 rule. And the 1-3-5-7 rule simply means that your first year in business, your goal, is to become skillful and maybe profitable. Now, are there exceptions? Yes, there are exceptions, right? People kill it, in 3 months, 6 months, yes. But generally, your first year in business is to be skillful in this new profession you're in, right? The online business. And there's only one skill that can explode your business, and that's advertising, right? And that's what we're going to talk about today. There are many platforms, but advertising is a skill. 3 years, the second number 3, is going from part-time to full-time, right? And, the 5 number is to make serious money in this online business in 7 years, to be world-class, right? And so testing is one of the things you've got to do to get to your winning ad. So, and then it says here, be willing to invest in your business by putting an ad budget. So what does testing mean? So testing simply really means that, different interests, keywords, topics, placements, and different hooks that will help you get the attention and attract the right person. And this is really important because, and we're going to talk about this, Roxanne is going to dive into these details. When you start testing, right? And again, there's a lot of masterminds about this. You'll find out what interests will really, will resonate with your ad. But the hook is so important because the hook, first of all, in 3 to 5 seconds, will get the attention, but more importantly, attract the right person. Whatever you say in the hook, right, is so key. So that we're gonna start with that, and then we're gonna dive into more details here. Now, I always joke around that I do all the talking, but Roxanne really does the hard work when it comes to advertising and testing. So that was basically just my part. 2 slides, and Roxanne's gonna talk about the rest of the slides here. So you go ahead.
Yeah, so he does all the coaching call, and I do the advertising, the behind the scene. I love it. So this one, I look at the previous MMs, like you can actually search in 2022, 2021, last month. I don't want to repeat the ones that has been discussed already, so I want to just add more into that. So if you have questions, make sure you watch other MMs. So this one actually, because I look at the training as well, it has been updated now, like for the there's, it's not just in-stream skippable ad, it's now responsive video ad. And what does it mean? Basically, it's now a combination of skippable in-stream ad and discovery format ad, meaning to say that people can actually forward your video ad, see your title and description, check your channels, etc. Because before, when they see your ad, it's just on when they watch videos, right? So, but now they can technically check you out, who you are, right? So here, this is how it looks, right? Because before, is just in the videos, but now your ad will look like here, like, in the search results page when they're watching something, in the home page as well. So you have to make sure that your ad will pop, will they will like it and they will click it. Okay, so for this one, so first thing is you have to check your YouTube channel and make sure that it doesn't show the number of subscribers, because whether we like it or not, people will judge you if you have 6 subscribers, right? When we started, we don't have any subscribers, right? Our goal here, all of us, is not to get any subscribers, right? We're not in the business of getting a subscriber, so it doesn't really matter, right? So make sure that you don't show any subscribers. In your about section, make sure that there is your information there, the website and how to connect with you, like Facebook. We'll show you how as well there. Also in my homepage, of course, there is the video and also the learn more, which is your website, right? Here, this is where you change the setting. A lot of us don't know on this one. So settings, under settings, go to channel and then advanced setting, and then go to uncheck the display the number of people subscribed to my channels. Okay, second one is the title of your video ad. Because in the in-stream skippable in-stream ad, people cannot see the title of your ad. We used to do just, right now it's showing, do you want to instill Christian values, create more memories, and earn anywhere? We changed, that's a good title right now. But when we started, I just put in Kananaskis 1, Kananaskis 2, Kananaskis 3, like, which is the location and, what the type is. But now people can see it. So you have to make sure that all your video ad should talk more about the hook. What is it? Okay. So make sure you edit that after this Make sure all your ads is talking to that person. Okay. So this one, we found a tool that you can improve your headline.
Yeah, and it's really key because this is called the headline analyzer tool, which simply means that your hook or the headline you put on your ad, it gives you an idea, the likability of the people, how many percent they will click it, right? So give me an example here.
So we tested, and this is some of our hooks that we use, right? This is the current one that we have. Do you want to instill Christian values, right? So 61% is that's the percentage, right? We also use how to be a full-time parent, instill Christian values to an online business. It's only 28%, but we use it. And we didn't know, sometimes we forgot to check the tool as well. The other one is, do you want to serve more in the ministry, have more vacation, and earn anywhere? So as you can see, the higher the percentage, the better. So you have to test, just change the words up a bit, right? That again, the title should be based on your hook. We have another hook that we use, how to help your aging parents in the retirement through an online business. The other one is, do you want to help your aging parents in the retirement? Learn how to help. As you can see, it's just only few words that are changing, but the higher the better, right?
I guess when you say do you, right, there's it's higher, I guess.
Yeah, and then I know some of our mentees, they testing it out as well. So there's different, as long as the key is the question or the statement can impact that person or touch that person's heart, right?
Yeah, and also the title should be based on the hook. So
yeah,
use that tool. It's a pretty cool tool. You can
this one.
Yeah, it's called the aminstitute.com. It's for your headline, so it's a pretty good one.
The second one, or the third one, is the description of the video. Again, a lot of people I've seen in their video ad, there's no description. So now you have to make sure that the description of your video ad has all the information they can learn about you, where to register, your website, and also even to connect with you. But the first three to four words should be your website. For us, learn more at, and then of course what you offer, right? So for us, you put your website link with the HTTPS at the beginning of your video so that it's clickable. Because some people, if you just put www, it will not be clickable. And also you use written words are similar to your landing page, because you wanna, when they go to your to your funnel, they can see that it's congruent. They can see, okay, this is the right page, right? And then tell them how they can connect with you. Let's say via Facebook, because people will check you out. Okay. Okay. Fourth one is upload a thumbnail by creating your own image with a hook. So this one, it's exact same video or same imagery, right? But different hooks. And then it's just, so that people can see it, right? So whatever is your hook, we just use Canva for this one. So because again, it will look like this, right? So make sure that it is, like appealing or something. Okay. Okay, and also because people can check you out now, that's the difference. They can also comment on your ad. Before they cannot. So make sure that you change the setting, hold all comments for review, because you don't want negative comments, right? So you go to settings, same thing, but upload defaults, advanced setting, and then hold all comments for review. Okay. Okay, next one is the ad campaign setup, video ad. So on the call to action, this is just an example. Learn more, sign up. Headline is free training, start now. There's different ways. I tried different headlines as well. It's not a big difference as well, but just test it. Long headline, this is based on your hook. You can use exclamation points, all caps, multiple periods. A lot of people have, got suspended or, got rejected because sometimes they use so many caps or exclamation points. The description of your video is to get the users interested, what the users will expect when they go there, right? Example for us. So in this, let's say in the call to action, I put learn more. Headline is earn anywhere. And then long headline, this is exactly the same on my video. Do you want to earn anywhere? You want to make sure it's congruent, right? Everything is congruent. And then description is register at our webinar on how to start an online business. Okay, and also you can, again, whatever you put in there, you can use the headline analyzer and to check if it's, how many percentage. Then on the companion banner, I used to do just recommended. It's actually better if you upload your own image, and then, do something like this. It's just a small one. And then register for the free workshop or whatever, like I need to improve on this one, but yeah, that's my first one that I did. So as long as you upload your own image. Okay. Okay, so let's do video ad testing. Always have a minimum of 2 videos to test. So test different hooks or same hook but different headlines. So what does it mean? Okay, so you can test same video but different headlines and description. So it's in the same campaign, same ad group, and then on the videos, it will be 2 videos. As you can see, ours is 4 minutes and 35 seconds. They're all the same. Everything is the same except for headlines and the descriptions, right? On the first one is learn how to create more memories, have more vacations, and earn anywhere. Sign up at our webinar. The other one is the do you want to create more, and then register at. And the winner is this one. Do you want to create more memories? So you can test it, right?
Somebody's saying, I missed the slide on how number of subscribers can be seen. This is recorded, Rodalia, so maybe just go back to that on the replay.
Yeah, so with the number of subscribers, you don't need any subscribers. So that's why you have to uncheck it, because you don't want to display the number of subscribers.
She's just saying she missed it. She wants to know how.
Oh, okay, sorry. Yeah, it will be in the MM. Okay, perfect. So the second way is test different videos, but same interest, keyword, topics, like whatever is your ad group, just put more videos, like different hooks. So for us, this one is 3 minutes and 22 seconds, and the other one is 4 minutes and 53 seconds. As you can see, same, similar, everything similar, right? But serve ministry and earn anywhere. The other one is earn anywhere and create more memories, right? Yes, memories. So it's kind of similar. It depends on the interest. You can see, like, some topics or some keywords resonate to either one. Okay. Optimization and scaling. So we always check 7 days and all-time data. Okay, there's a lot of good masterminds on this, so go back to that. This one is just how we check our own, how we optimize ours. So check 7 days. This is to decide whether the keyword topics placement is worth investing. And the all-time data is to decide whether the whole campaign itself is worth keeping, usually after a month or 2 months. Okay, so choose your ideal lead cost. So you decide on this case, what are you willing to invest, right? We always believe that it doesn't matter how much is the lead per lead. If it gives you a trifecta, if it gives you, a return, a big return, really, if the lead is costing you $10, $15, $20, that's still good because it will give you more, right? But of course, set an ideal lead cost when you optimize, okay? So keyword placement and topics, when you check them with leads, right? If it's giving you leads, pause if the cost per lead is 3 times your ideal lead cost. Meaning to say, if let's say per lead is giving you, about $15 or $30, then you can pause if that is the cost. If each keyword or placement or topics is giving you no leads, without leads, you pause it. If the ideal lead cost is 2 times, right? If it's costing you 2 times, so meaning to say it's costing you $10 for $20, okay? But some people, they're getting like $2 per lead, so that's really good, right? If some of you guys are getting, like $15, so you decide, right?
But also just keep in mind, from our experience anyways, people that are getting really cheap leads typically are not in North America. There are some people in our team are getting it, but typically now we're getting what's our typical
$7,
7 to 10, right?
Yeah.
That's our typical
for the North America.
Yeah.
Okay. So this one is just today for us, July 20 to 26. Our campaign was May 12, right? But it's a 7 days. This is how we optimize. So we have keywords, right? So the keywords are based on our hooks, which is designed for Christians, for example, or values, right? So this one, the cost per conversion is $16. And then as you can see, New Zealand, UK, Singapore, right? So that's our one of the countries that we're targeting. So this one, as you can see, the cost per lead is more than $15. It's giving us two conversions, right, for the past 7 days. So this is the one that we're gonna check this and then turn it off, right? We can decide as well if we want to keep that.
Because it's 3 times our ideal lead cost, right?
Well, if it's $5, yes.
$5, yeah.
If it's $10, 10 times 3, you can still keep it, right? Because technically, anything over 15 to $15 to $30, right? It's still good, right? So you can turn it off, and then the rest is, you can still decide and then go back to it after 7 days. Okay.
So the first one you're doing the 2 times.
No, this is for the conversion. If there's
okay.
leads. Okay. And this also applies for placements, for topics. This is how we optimize. If it's topics, it's the same. So it's data, and this is how we turn it. We decide if we pause it or keep it. Okay. All time data with leads. So anything more than $15, so times 2, right? Times three still, right? So all time, I usually look at all time still, because sometimes some of the keywords are not being used. They're only being used once, right? So here, overall, when we started on May 12, they're only giving us 1 lead, and it costing us $28. 2 leads, $26. 1 lead, $15, right? So costing us more than $15 per lead. So we're gonna turn that off. Okay.
Someone's asking, what is our ideal lead cost?
Similar, like $5 to $10. Sometimes I keep $15. It depends on the country. So if I'm putting, like countries, let's say if I'm willing to invest in Canada, US, I'm willing to, I know like, okay, I have to spend more on that.
Yeah.
If it's New Zealand, UK, like other countries that not a lot of people are advertising, so I know it's cheaper lead cost. It doesn't mean the quality is not good. It just means not a lot of people are advertising, right? So that's what we find. US and Canada are and Australia are more expensive than other countries, but like it's up to you, whatever you guys decide, right? This is our own data right now. This is in our back office. Second one is without leads. How do you turn it off and how do you decide, right? So again, 7 days without leads. So you look at the cost, right? And the conversion, right? So the rest has conversion. This one has 0 leads. It's not costing you, but it costs you for the past 7 days, $15, right? So again, it's times 2 if there's no leads. So anything more than $10, we turn that off. Sometimes if it's more than, $8, I turn it off as well. Like it depends, right? So like the question is, are you willing to invest on this particular keyword? On this particular keywords, you have to ask. And also like this one also requires research in, on a keyword tool as well, right? That we talk about in your previous MMs, right? So it's really testing because sometimes you put it in there. I was so excited, and when I launch it, it doesn't give us results, right? So it takes a lot of testing for us, and then once it's good, then we keep it, right? All-time data without leads, you always want to check it because you don't want to be spending the money and it's not giving you lead conversion. Okay. I usually check all this in a computer. I don't use my phone that much. For the phone, I just check the number of leads, but really sometimes there's some delays, but always check every couple of days, to be accurate, how many leads are coming in. And then of course in your NAC, right? Because it could show you have 10 leads and you only receive 8 leads. That means only 8 leads are first opt-in.
That's a good point because what we notice with Facebook, the data, also with YouTube, the data is there's a bit of a delay, right?
Yeah,
The actual
usually a day or 2 days.
day or 2 days, yeah.
Okay, so comparing videos. So we always do all-time data, and you want to make sure that you spend minimum of 200 on that video. Unless, of course, if it really sucks, you'll know you'll know because you're not getting leads after a couple of days, right? If it's not giving you leads at all, it's either your videos or your interest. Okay, so here the only difference is basically the hook, right? I just put whatever. This one is just our name, the names that so that we understood it, we understand it. So as you can see, I'm still keeping it because the ad spend on the second video is not more than 200. The difference is conversion is 169 and then 29 conversion, and it's costing us $4 and $3. So it's not really a big difference. I'll keep that. Okay. The other one is we have a group testimonial. This one, I'm going to pause the second video because the lead cost is more expensive and lesser lead conversion. Not a lot. It's $13 and then the other one is 11. And then 136 conversion and 109. So it's really like debatable. Sometimes we keep both just so that at least there's something in there to test. But if you've spent this already, then you can change it up. Like maybe you can change the headlines, right? Okay, the other one is this one. Choose the one that has more lead conversion. So this one, as you can see, this is very clear. There's 72 conversion, 11 conversion, the other one. It's costing us $10 for this video, but this one is $6, $6.69. Would you rather have a cheaper lead cost, but it's not giving you conversion that much? So I will keep this one. I'm willing to invest more on the lead cost and giving me more conversion. Okay. So this one, it's up to you. You can keep both or keeping both because even though, yeah. So I'll keep this one, even though it's costing us more, we'll keep the higher conversion. We'll keep both because if I were to choose, cheaper lead cost or more conversion.
So you're keeping both.
Yeah. Okay, so this is the last one, because basically, our goal is really, it's a golden loop, meaning to say you actually keep optimizing, keep doing, like, optimizing, scaling. Really, what we do every single week is to check it, and then we continue to test until we are satisfied with our lead cost, and if it's giving us buyers and business partners, we keep it. And then once you turn it off, and then you look at audience, you look at everything, right? You look at videos and all that, then you let it go. Usually it only takes us maybe 30 minutes or less, to check it, and then you let it go, and then you check it again next week. If it's not giving you anything, then you have to redo the video. Like for us, it took us, that's why I think we have more buyers now, because we took another video. We didn't want it because it takes time to do another video, but again, you have to invest time. If it needs for you to do another video, then do it.
Yeah, you can become complacent because we had a winning ad that was waiting for how long have we been running that for?
I think over a year.
Over a year, and
we want to keep it and don't do anything.
There's some masterminds that talks about ad fatigue, but I think Roxanne, all she does is you just relaunch it, right?
Yeah.
So it was working, but again, it got to that ad fatigue, and we launched a new ad just recently, and that's why we're killing it again. There's a question here. YouTube at times suggests new target audience. Do we accept and add such in addition to ones that we list? That's from Linda.
Oh, it's up to you. If it's relevant, then you can. But for me, we don't. We don't do any site links. We don't do adding more targets from the suggestion. It's really up to you. There's no right or wrong, because we say something and then our team will say something. They're getting results. So if it works for you, then like, do it, right? So there's no right or wrong in terms of testing, because if it's working, sometimes we will say, oh, this won't work, but then some people actually did it and they're getting results. So
yeah. So as we said, for some of you, you may want to go back to this. This is recorded. Roxanne went on that one. We want to be on 30 minutes, 26. So Mike and Darren still have 4 minutes. So back to you guys.
That was awesome, guys. We got a little bit of time here because we've still got 45 minutes here. So just in terms of getting some answers and content into the replay, do you mind if I just ask you some questions from the question tab so that people who watch the replay can see this?
Sure.
Good. So for you guys, do you edit your video on your computer or phone?
Computer.
Yeah. For those of you that there was some discussion about what you use on your phone to edit video. Jacob, can you, if you're watching, can you put the program that you have on your phone? Because I know you've got a great one in there. Dave and Roxanne, what is the website that you use for headlines?
It's called the AM Institute.
I can put it in the group.
I think somebody put it there already. It's
AM Institute.
.com, yeah.
Right.
Right. So the software we use for editing, Mike, it's called Camtasia. It's an older version that we had.
Okay.
Yeah, Camtasia. That's what we use for editing.
And so we just typed in the AM Institute.
Oh, Rowena did it too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Is it advisable to run an ad without a target, audience, placement, keywords, etc., just demographics and income?
You can test it. Some people did it, and at the beginning, I would do that if you're not sure, and you can tell which because in the where ads are being shown, you can tell which one is giving you more leads. You can if you want, but I wouldn't suggest because most of the time it's more expensive. So.
Okay. How many keywords do you start off with?
We have an updated one actually. We start with 35, maximum 50.
Okay. All right. And you're just using variations of the same video, or are you always filming new videos?
No, it's the same video. Like it took us a while to get a new video. So we run videos for like 6 months, a year, or 2 years if we can. But if it's not giving us any more results, that's when we do it.
We had a question about that because people were saying, oh, there's ad fatigue every 3 months, but I think we shared it last time. I don't know if it was in an MM, but what do you do again before?
So with the ad fatigue, it only does it if it's you're targeting the same people, so or same, same everything. So what we do is we just change the keywords, and then change, add more keywords, add more topics, different topics. So really, you're showing it to different people until until you don't have any more, then it will be ad fatigue. So for us, it's a long time. So if we know what happened is that we know if it's a winning ad, and we keep it, and then we run it. Some people, they don't get the winning ad right away, so that will take them time. For us, at the beginning, it will take us so much time as well. But once you know you have a winning ad, which means you have buyers, you have leads coming in, and it's turning into business partners, then you keep it and you just put more money.
And also, we were doing just 3 countries before, and then we were doing Europe for a long time and some other countries because of that, the VAT and all that. But so I think we kind of didn't tap out North America, but we just kind of stopped doing US.
We still have US,
Very
but
little.
not in Canada. So what we did right now, we have more countries. We just search it in Google. You can search it top 20 countries or 100 top 50 countries that are highest income, and Luxembourg, like Netherlands, Switzerland. We have a lot of people now, like from different countries, that are coming in.
Higher income per capita. So
Yeah.
we had, so we did that, and
because you don't want to be spending money in countries that cannot afford the $149 or the $100 for cruises.
It was interesting to find countries that, we always talk about the top 7, but there are other countries that are higher income per capita.
We did it because of cruises.
Yeah, we did it because of cruises, just to test things, but actually it was a blessing because we found other countries that can actually afford Enagic, which is really good. So
Awesome. What about recommendations on YouTube for optimization score?
Oh, we don't use it. I tried to download something and it will show you optimization score, but I don't know how to use it. So I guess no, we don't use it. I want to use it, but I need more training on that. So no, we don't use it.
Awesome. Let's see here. Do you do, this is interesting. Do you do any keywords off of your lander?
Oh, like the landing page?
Yeah, it must be.
That's interesting. We never thought we may have some, but
no, we don't. But at the beginning we did, because the landing page is more like earning money and all that. So we tried that.
Didn't resonate with her.
It didn't resonate with us, but also we did social media and all that, like the keywords and interest. It's more expensive, so that's why we try to find different, like the question or the age, parents. Now we're doing parents, right? So I think finding but what you can do, what we did also that works, is you combine audience and keywords. For example, so our keywords is, let's say, worship, prayer, and all that, but our audience is about business. So that's what we do sometimes. Like we put earn money for the audience part. So you can combine both. But with the keywords choices, no, we don't. But you can to test.
Okay. Can you double your budget if you have a winning ad, or just increase in 10% steps?
That's what we love about YouTube, because it doesn't like 5%, 10%. You could, from 50 to 100 if you wanted.
So what we notice, and we learned it from another training as well, is that it's better to start $35 or $25, and then we do $50, $60, and maximum $100 per campaign. So if some people can afford 200, let's say, you can do 50, 50, 50, 50, or let's say 100 and 50, 50. Because what we notice when we increase more than $100, like let's say 150 per campaign, the results go down.
But we do have team members, because we always do like this, call it drop in Zoom, where we look at other people's, ads and everything. We do have people in our team that are doing really well, and they're doing $15 per campaign.
Oh, per campaign. Yeah, that's true. 15.
So again, it's all about testing what works for you, right?
What do you guys usually start for budget for a new ad? What's your starting point?
35. We do 35, and then now with increases, because Dave was like, can you try like different countries, like really cheap countries? So I started 25 because like, just to test it out. But on that ad, the only difference that we did is we say the amount. So we say, this is a business around travel, and there is a capital required,
And this is how
and
much.
this is, it's only less than $500 USD.
So we were talking about this, I think, on the product committee. So for the cheap countries, the really cheap countries, we already pre-qualify in our video the people. So we basically, in our video, we eliminate the people that can't afford it.
Yeah.
So we do have for influencers now $1 something leads.
Yeah.
Right, because we're now because we're doing this worldwide thing, but lesser leads compared to like not saying 500.
Yeah.
Right, because before we tested, like you get like a gazillion leads, like if we just do a normal
$25.
But if you
It
say,
could give you 100 leads, but then it's
a waste of time,
it's a waste of money.
But but on our video we say it's around travel, it's same ad, but then we say it's $500 USD, what kind of stuff, and if this is not for you if you don't have that start capital, because we know we're gonna get a lot of leads, but we don't want leads that can't afford it, because we know in that country somebody can afford it, but we have to speak to you, right? Immediately, so we don't waste their time and our time to get 1,000 leads and 1,000 questions that you're not a qualified buyer for us, right? So we are getting $1 something leads for the in-cruises funnels
for the cheaper countries.
For the cheaper countries, right? That's what we do.
Smart. Are your keywords based more on your video content or more on your own personal interests?
Good question. I think we all talk about this. Your video typically is your values, is who you are really, right? And so our keywords is typically kind of in our video, but also when you go to our page, is like kind of like who we are as well, right?
Yeah. So that's a good question, because like I've seen, like for us, so our hooks is based, and our keywords is really similar. So let's say our keywords is like, prayer, rosary, like parenting and all that. We don't say rosary or prayer in our ad, but we say, are you a Christian parent that wants to be full-time with your kids? So that's similar, right? You don't have to say the keywords that you're using in your video, but it has to speak to that person. Let's say I have mentees that, let's say cooking, right? They will say like, like the recipe and all that. That's all good, but you have to show something in your ad that talks about it, subtly, right? Let's say, meaning to say,
a
picture in your ad saying that, you love to cook. Because of this online business, now I have more time to do what I love to do, which is cooking and all that. So you have to include something in your congruent in your keywords and then your video. Because sometimes your video will talk, oh, do you want to have an extra income, blah, 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 so that you can spend more time with your family. But then you're talking about like the keywords or the topics you're attracting are all like cooking, or like, maybe how to lose weight and all that. They're like separate, like people cannot relate to that. So I think a lot of people are missing the, just, it has to be, relatable. You don't have to say the name or like, but it has to be relatable.
There was a I think, I can't remember who it was, a Filipino asking, like, how are you attracting other nationalities, right? It's not the nationality we're talking about, is our values, right? And so we talk about Christians and prayer, all that kind of stuff. So they're attracted to that, not the. So that's a very good question.
Awesome.